Well, hello, hello, hello. It's been a minute since I have been on Periscope, and I'm just going to be honest and tell you the reason why. The reason why I haven't been on Periscope in a while is because number one, I've had a new baby to the family, and the other reason is a bit on the selfish side, but it's because I was in a place of defeat. I was in a place of not knowing what was going to happen next in my life. If you see me looking down, I had to write down some thoughts. So I'm here, but I had to write down some thoughts. Sometimes we as individuals get to a place, regardless of how well people think things are going in our life, but we get to a place where we feel like everything is a bit too much. You retreat into a place of your own personal box because you're having a pity party. But the thing about this whole situation is I realized something. I realized that when you've been given a gift, when you've been anointed to do something, when you have a calling on your life, you can't just hide what that gift is. You know, there's a song that says, "This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine." You know, that commercial with the T-shirt and the white whatever, yeah. But I think it's a Clorox commercial, whatever it is. But what was happening is I wasn't letting my light shine. I wasn't allowing who I was to shine through because I was ducking in my own little pity party, and I wasn't allowing who God had made me to come out. But I've decided since then that I can't do that. I had a great friend of mine who is a distributor for a company, and I'm going to tell you about it in a little bit. But she encouraged me to step out of this shell and stop stressing about life and do something about where I am if I wanted to change. So since then, I've become what's called an It Works distributor. It's a great product. And this product not only blesses me because of what it provides, but it blesses me because of the people I'm able to come in contact with. So often we say as Christians, I'm in the business of witnessing and evangelizing to others. But truth be told, we only want to talk to people that are like us, are similar to us. And what I've done, what this product has enabled me to do, even just becoming a distributor, I'm realizing that for a long time, the reason I wasn't moving forward or I wasn't growing was because I was standing in my own way. And so my encouragement to you today is if you're desiring more of where your life is, get out of your own way. Stop worrying about what isn't and start professing what is. Start making what is. Many times we're sitting in a place of, I can't do this, I can't do that. And the what's in the middle of that is I. And if the scripture tells us I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, then why are you stopping yourself from getting that better house or moving into that next level of ministry? It may not necessarily be exactly how you wanted it to be. Hey, Pastor Clarissa, it may not be exactly the way you wanted it to be, but it's where God has called you to be. And so for me, I'm having to take that step. It's a little unconventional, and I'm going to be honest. I never saw myself as a distributor for anybody's company. I'm going to be the first person to tell you. But as a believer, I said, you know what? This is simply another witness tool. Because once people start asking me about, well, what is this type of product you're selling? I now have a gateway into talking about not just improving your physical life, but I have a gateway into talking about improving your spiritual life. So when they start asking me, well, why do you take those greens, or why do you take those fat fighters, or what is this rap thing about? And I'm like, well, I started 2017 talking about wanting to improve how my physical body was. But then I realized I just can't improve my physical body. I got to get my spirit man right. And my spirit man requires me to stop stressing over the things that I can't change, the things I can't do anything about. Stop comparing my life to other people. Stop trying to be on a podium where God is wanting you to be in the trenches, and minister how God has called you to minister. This is truly my season, and I believe it's your season. But the only way you can get to where God has you to go is if you move out your way. Pick those things that are stopping you, those things that, forgetting those things that are behind. Now it is time to press, meaning the things you did, okay, you did it, so what? It's over. God has forgiven you. You forgive yourself and keep moving. But we can't grow, we can't blossom until God, and so we allow God to enlarge our territory. There's some great people. Even though I wasn't visible, I was listening, and I was in the shadows, because they didn't realize they were blessing me through their ministry that kept going forward. And so now it's time for you to put to use where God has placed you and move forward. So part of where God is moving me to is in a distributor position. Yes, can she preach, teach, and be a distributor of some health products? Yes, she can. Why? Because God said I can. So this is my word of encouragement for you today. Move out your way. Allow God to be God in your life. I love you guys. If you need me, I'm going to give you some emails, because I'm really wanting to make some contact with people, and I want people to start talking and sharing. You may not be one to talk on the phone, but I'm a writer, so I'll write you back. You have a blessed day, and here's my information, so hold on. I'm hoping it's not too blurry. But the information says tngjj124@gmail.com, or my website, teachingmommyt.myitworks.com. This season, we're committing, we're not quitting, and we're moving out of our way to get where God has for us. I love you guys.